Hey everyone, how are you today? In this video, we're going to do a Halloween type autumn tarot card reading. Autumn is always a good time to do some inner work because everybody's becoming more introspective and we're just naturally focusing inward. So I thought I would use this time period when the veil is thinner and everybody's more focused on finding their inner peace, to do a reading that will enlighten us about our fears. This is kind of a tradition on my channel. I've done this before, and I think I will probably do it every year. And so when it comes to Halloween readings, I don't think that spookiness should be the main focus or the main concept. Instead, I try to make it about confronting our fears. So I'm just going to shuffle the deck, and while I'm doing that, I would like you to think about one specific fear that you would like to get rid of. So, one specific phobia or fear or anxiety that's been crippling your life. I would like you to think about this one specific thing, and it would make sense to make a comment about it, because sometimes keeping our fears to ourselves is what makes the whole situation even worse. So if you feel inclined, please share the fear or the anxiety that you would like to eliminate with this reading in the comment section. And perhaps you'll find that you're not alone with your fear and your struggles. So just keep the uneasy, uncomfortable feeling within your consciousness for now. It's okay. Think about the uncomfortable and unpleasant memories that you have regarding this fear. Don't worry. It's a necessary part of this process to remind yourself of how these fears affect you, how they interfere with your life. All right. So, the first card is going to represent you. And, oops, a card has just fallen out. The World. So this will be the significator for this card and for the whole reading, perhaps. It's an important card because it just flew out. And the next one will tell us about what's underlying beneath this fear. And one more card to see how you can move on and how you can overcome this fear. All right. So let's see what we have. We have strength, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. Okay. Interesting. And since all three of them are in reverse, I will interpret them as if they were upright, because I think the direction of the deck is like that. Let me have a look. Yes, exactly. Okay. So we have the World card for you and Strength. So these two cards represent you right now. The World card is indicating to me that you are in a good position to work on your fears right now because you're supported by the universe, by structures within and outside of you. You're being supported by this force, this structure, this system that is greater than you. And the world is also suggesting completion. And your card, representing you, is Strength. So Strength is another major arcana card. And having two major arcana cards in this reading makes me think and feel that our struggle to conquer our fears is being supported in a big way, that it's an important struggle and we're on the right track to figure it out. Strength, as you can see, is basically a woman with a lion. She's a lion tamer and she's working with the lion, but she's doing it in a very gentle, non-aggressive way. But the card is still about control. And the lion in this context represents your fear. Perhaps you're at a point in your life by now where you have made a lot of progress in this area. You have quite a few achievements handling and managing your fear. But it's still a beast. It's still a source of danger, a threat to you. But this card is telling me that the approach that you've been having is a good one. You're interested in, instead of violently suppressing or trying to take charge of your fear, you're trying your best to work with it and to keep it in check, but without, pushing yourself too hard and without lashing out at others. So you've been really good with that. Let's see what underlies this fear. And we have the Nine of Pentacles here. Nine of Pentacles is about wanting to be independent, wanting to have the security, which is often financial, since this is a card from the Suit of Pentacles, and thus it's an earthy card. So, but it mainly has to do with self-reliance, being your own person, having boundaries, enjoying your freedom and independence. So this fear originates from your fear of basically blending into society or into a bigger structure. You want to remain separate. You want to preserve your identity, your integrity. And that's all good and well, but it's not always possible. And the world is such that it has a tendency to embrace you. And ultimately, this embrace becomes the hug of death, because we all die in the end. But what I'm seeing here as the main problem is a fear of dissolving, a fear of ceasing to exist as an individual. And if you write down your specific fear, whatever it may be, I'll try to give you an answer in the comment section. If it's not clear to you what this is referring to, we'll try to figure it out. But then again, this is a general reading, so it might not apply to everyone. But if you feel like there's something there that it's resonating with you, then that's good. I'm happy. Usually there's a reason why people find my videos. Most people find that they are resonating with the message. So that's the underlying problem here. Let's see what we can do to overcome the fear. And we have the Queen of Cups. So if you have had any doubts as to whether you should be patient, tolerant, generous, loving, and gentle, the Queen of Cups is here to tell you that that's the most important thing that you can do for yourself and for others in this situation. Don't turn into a bitter, tough person, someone who's inflexible, someone who doesn't want to let other people in. Remain open, remain generous. The Queen of Cups, cups being water and thus representing emotions. The Queen of Cups is about giving your time, your energy, your love without having any fear of not receiving the same treatment back. Since the Queen is already a queen, she doesn't need anything. She's emotionally rich and mature, and she has a lot to give. So your royalty in that sense, you're able to emanate and radiate a universal love that is very much needed in this world. And this love that you can give overrides any fear, any difficulty, letting go and allowing people to join you and to really get to know you. So the Queen of Cups is also a sign that you can trust others, that this energy, this Queen of Cups energy, exists outside of you as well, and you will be able to connect with it if you keep yourself open, and if you need help regarding this fear. There will be people who embody this energy to help you along the way. Just to summarize, I think the main lesson here is not to try and I'm not sure how to put this, but I think the main lesson is to not expect that you will always have your independence in every situation. Don't expect to be safe at all times. Strength is still dealing with a beast, an animal that's unpredictable, even though she's trying her best to keep this animal under control. There's no guarantee. And the world is suggesting to me that the main process that's happening here is a process, like I mentioned, of the embrace. So you're being embraced by the world, and certain aspects of your personality, perhaps certain habits, are going to melt away or be somehow merging in with other things. So it's just a melting pot. The world is a melting pot of souls and different energies and influences. And if you're overly focused on preserving yourself in the physical or in the spiritual sense, you will continue to experience this fear. So it mainly is about accepting that you might dissolve into the world, that you become one with it, that your individual existence is not forever. So I can see this reading applying to a fear of death, or a fear of social situations, a fear of not being accepted, things along those lines. Basically any fear, a fear of financial difficulties. It's all coming down to wanting to preserve yourself, but there's ultimately nothing you can do. The world is going to take over, and it's going to work in a way that is mysterious, but it's ultimately benevolent. So you can trust this energy and stop focusing too much on what you want to get out of life, because your idea of what you want to achieve might not even be as good an idea or a plan as what the universe is planning for you. I hope that you enjoyed this reading.